Welcome to Upgrade. I'm your host, Prophet74. Today we're going to open another Dell machine so you guys can take a look at it. First of all, let me tell you something about this one. It's an additional upgrade from the last version of it. They have a full keyboard on this one. Same series, it's just different model. It looks the same like the older version, and I'm gonna open it up so you guys can see it. First of all, it's a big monster. Here it is. Big monster. Now let me tell you something about the older version. The 5580 was the smaller version, and when I ordered the 5590, it came really large. I was like, okay, what happened? Did it grow over some time or something? But it's weird because the other one is smaller, but I think they just wanted to make it a little larger, have more of a wow factor. And here it is, the wow factor. And what it is, they gave you the full keyboard now. It's a full keyboard, the 10 key command and the rest of additional stuff. Now, I'm not gonna turn it on and go over specs, you know, I'm just gonna put everything on the corner here so you guys can see exactly what's included. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open it up and see what's included under the hood. That's pretty much what I'm more important about. If you could upgrade this down the line, if you purchase it or something. But this one, it's compatible to a MacBook. Let's bring a MacBook, see how it's sized. Here's a MacBook Pro. Look at the size on the MacBook. It beats it by a couple of inches right here on the corner, right? Not that bad. Now the profile on the side of it, the MacBook is slimmer, of course. It's a little slimmer. It's heavier, the MacBook, because it's aluminum. This is all plastic based. The bottom and the top is all plastic. This one is super heavy compared to this one, but it's a great addition if you're gonna buy something for school and you want a full key, a big giant 17-inch monitor. Here it is. Let's see what's under the hood. Let's bring that camera and talk about what's under the hood. All right, so here we go. We're gonna talk about it, see what we can do, what we can get on the machine. It's a really neat machine, so let's go ahead and open it up and see what we're gonna get with it. I'm gonna actually block this part out. So we're gonna get all the screws out of it first. Let's get this one out of the way. So it kind of slides out here, and once you run it out on the slide, you just got to go through the whole system itself. I don't have a plastic to remove the whole thing, but you have to have a little slip, and then once it slides out, the whole thing pops out. Pretty much the whole thing pops out. So you just got to find a little slip out of it, and then once you pop it out, bam! Nothing fancy, everything's here. Let's talk a little bit about the inside of this thing. Let's just go ahead in details here. Now, here, I didn't get the additional hard drive, the 2.3 hard drive that I could put in here, which is a great addition. They have a cover base, which this cover is actually the hard drive right now. It has a 512 gig hard drive. It has another slot for a WAMP card, which has a smaller version of the WAMP card. But you can also use these WAMP cards sometimes for additional hard drives, the smaller versions, but not in this case. This is just basically a WAMP card, and then they give you the giant battery. This lasts like 6 or 7 hours on there, of course. This is replaceable. You could replace it down the line, just removing one cable, which is right here, the cable, and it has a little little notch to actually pull it out and disconnect it from the motherboard. Memory is right here, right in front of you. Nothing fancy. So you can add additional hard drive here, the larger hard drive, the mechanical, SATA, solid state. It could go on here, very simple to connect. There's connections in here, of course. There's the actual battery could be detachable. This is the CPU right here, getting out the cooling system. Actual the Intel video cards built in here. There is a slot for all these additional connections. There's a SD card slot here and here on the corner. There's a USB connections. Everything is exactly what you needed. I mean, let's go in the connection side of it. Now there is this video VGA card here, DisplayPort right here. It has for a lock here, a VGA card and a USB. This is not a 3.0, it's a USB 2.0, regular USB. In back of the system itself, there's a power, there's a NIC connection for the actual network card that goes in there. Now you flip it over, it has your little slot here the slot is actually an SSD card that you could put in here for video, or you want to transfer your camera footage in here. You could do all sorts of things. There is another slot here for the micro USB, the additional one, and there's another one here, but this is a 2.0. Now the bad thing about this, it has a SC card reader for government and other facilities that need that additional security reading system. Now, one bad thing about this that I didn't like about it, there's no 3.0 video USB in here, but they do have the additional video USB, of course, that powers everything now. The USBs are, that's one of the faults I didn't like about it. 3.0, if you want to power certain things, you're not going to be able to here. It has the HDMI connection, of course, on one side, but on the other side it has the HDMI connection all the way to the back. So there is no other connection other than the HDMI and the VGA card. Now the VGA is the dying technology. I mean, not a lot of places other than projector screens and older facilities are using them. Everything's about HDMI and display ports pretty much. Everything you see in here is very basic, very simple. The addition of the actual keyboard is wider and larger. They give you an additional space, which is this much. It's pretty much like 3-finger space more additional, and it's a larger compared to the older version of this machine. Full 10 key set, awesome machine for work purposes, business. It's not a gaming system. It's business wise, and surfing the internet, purchasing things, doing your homework, Excel spreadsheets, works well. That's pretty much it. If you guys like what you see, please subscribe to Upgrade. I'm your host, Frank the Tank, out.